Live. This is Wild Pokemon Trainer here, aka Juan, here with my first battle of season 35 underway. And this one's a banger, boys. Absolute banger. I'm full screen it for you. Let's go. As per request, we are recording today with the camera. I don't normally do this, but it's the start of a new season. So here he leads Grimmsnarl with Pagos, and I want to scout the item on the Pagos, so I go for Fake Out. If they go Protect here, I immediately know this is Power Herb or Leftover Pagos. But from what I can tell from battling him so far, spoilers, it's Specs. I believe it is. So let me know in the comments what you think it is, but I think it's Specs. This is what made me think it's Specs, because he tears off the rip. So he gets rid of their terrain there, but I wasn't going for a damaging move there anyways. A big damaging move, I mean. So we trade light screens there. And my thought process here is immediately thinking Thunder Wave. I want to Thunder Wave this Terrapagos immediately. So we trade Thunder Waves, just like how we trade light screens on turn 1, which is very interesting. But here we go. So the Pagos gets a para, but I also proc a para on the Rillaboom as well. So very unfortunate turn for both of us. So I'm thinking about Reflect here, but I'm seeing that he really only has one physical attacker on the team, and it's mostly a support mod. So I'm thinking Parting Shot U-turn here, really. You know, the crazy thing is I really thought about bringing Incense to this matchup and regretted not bringing Incense to the matchup in most of the fight. But as you can see what I have in the back there, it's Ray and Eternatus. So he lands a T-Wave on my E-turn. That kind of like gut-wrenched me a little bit. It was like a liver shot right there. So here, I maybe should have swapped in Ray and tried to win for like some big damage, but I wanted to play a little defensive here and kind of like control the board and really just control the flow of the match. Cause if he doesn't have T-Wave, I can boost here and then I win the match from there. But the T-Wave from his Grimmsnarl really changes things. We're not playing a gambling game of who's gonna move and who's not gonna move, right? So I need RNG to swing my way. So I have to go for a lot of more offensive moves here, which this Eternatus set is more like passive. It's not all the way passive though. It's a mix. So he swaps in Miraidon there. It's too restricted for Miraidon Pagos. His or her, I don't know what gender they are. They appear to be a woman though. In the character. So we get a para, which sucks because I wanted to land a Sludge Bomb there. Put some pressure on them, hopefully get a poison, but it doesn't happen. So I'm thinking here, even though the Miraidon is -1, I don't want to get hit with a Draco no matter what, because I can't paralyze this Miraidon here to even out the playing field. And Ray doesn't really beat this Miraidon in a 1v1. So I have that Thunder Wave makes me have to position a little bit weird here. So where I normally would go on the offensive, I got to swap in right there. And this is a good turn for me because they go for Sucker Punch and then the Draco into that slot, and that covers up for everything. So unfortunately, Rillaboom doesn't move. This kind of forces me to hard swap here. But let's see what I do here. I'm not sure what exactly I did on this next turn. This Grim is a light clay, by the way, that opposing Grim, which is funny. Their screens just ran out in 5 turns. That opposing Grim is really putting a lot of pressure on me, though, because I didn't bring my double dark type combo here, which would have been insane. Dazzling Gleam, we trade Woodhammers here. I mean, I throw for Woodhammer for a Dazzling Gleam, which is a good trade for me. I wanted to chip either the Miraidon or the Grimmsnarl to a point where Eternatus can just pick up the KO on a single hit. So that Grimmsnarl is in Sludge Bomb range. Right here, I feel really pinned, so I'm going to swap back into Grim and try to get a U-turn off. Because, like, I've just lost to too many crits, so I don't even want to take the chance of him, like, throwing a Draco and critting me. That's, like, my thought process of why I keep swapping in front of this Miraidon, even though I have the advantage, damage-wise. And I also saw that it was Life Orb there, too, so, you know, -1 at Life Orb is still a little bit dangerous, because it can still hit really hard. -1 at Life Orb is damn near not -1. -1 with Life Orb, excuse me. So the last Pokemon is Talonflame, which is super interesting. Shiny, by the way, really cool. You get another pair on Rillaboom, which is like, I'm just like, at this point, I'm just going to swap the Rillaboom out. It won't U-turn out for me on 2 turns where I've begged it to. So we got to pull it out because it looks like it's in a pinch. They go for a Tailwind, I go for a Reflect. Because I don't want to take any big damage from like Acrobatics or Brave Bird or anything. So they go first because of Gale Wings, right? They hit a Terrastar from here. This is gonna hurt, man. This hit hard. But here, yeah, that hit a little bit hard. That's another thing that like, he just seems to keep clicking Terrastar Storm. So in my mind, I'm like, it's got to be Specs. Because when I saw the Life Orb on the Rhydon too, that's also the second indicator that this is Specs Terrapagos. So I can't swap Grim here. I gotta get Light Screen back up here, but that's fine with me. Go for a Light Screen on a Sludge Bomb. So I want to put some damage on that Talonflame. Get the screens back up. And my Eternatus is still faster than this Pagos. Nope, the Pagos gets paired. The Pagos is fast with the pair. And we get the big KO on Grim here. This makes it a 4v3, which is nice. We deny them screens as well. They can't set back that screen. This is really good. This is one advantage my way. It just still sucks though because they have a really big damage Pokemon in Miraidon that cannot put some damage here. So that's ultimately what I'm scared of. So I swapped the E-turn out and I opted to just let the Rillaboom take the hit because I want to have control of terrain. But I think I'm going to Parting Shot this Miraidon here. I'm feeling really pressured at this point. At this point, when I'm actually playing the match, I'm thinking I'm going to lose here. Because these two mons are just going to kick out way too much damage. Even if my mons are behind screens, if he clicks the right moves, I lose. So I'm feeling very pressured because this is the match to get into Ultra Ball. And every match at the beginning of the season, guys, is like so pivotal. It's so pivotal. It's so important. When you're a ladder player, every match is so important. It's almost like playing Swiss. Right here is where the defeat starts to sink in my mind. Because I'm like, man, that's a massive amount of damage here. Because now with this Thunder Wave, it makes it so hard to weave into a recover. Because like with screens up, if I wasn't T-Wave, I could just tear it and weave in a recover. And swap out this boom here or fake out. And then like go into parting shot on the next turn. Like I would have options here, but I'm feeling pressure here, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to withdraw the Eternatus to try and get some kind of pressure off. Like I want to lower both these mons' damage so that I can come in and just take over the game. Unfortunately, Rillaboom does not fake out here, which I sunk my hopes. Terrastar Storm here from the Pagos. Massive Star Storm here from the Pagos. No more Tailwind for them though, so they won't be faster, even with the arrows. At least on their Pagos. My Eternatus should be faster than this Pagos. Okay, so I'm going to parting shot the Pagos here, and I'm hoping I can weave in a recover after a Terra. Because they're both -1 after this turn, essentially. But once this parting shot goes up, I got light screen up. So I'm like, I should be able to live a hit no matter what move comes out from this Miraidon. And then I can get up a recover before this Pagos hits me because there's no more Tailwind up. The skull moves. So there's the parting shot. I go into Ray here, I believe. I tried to swap in Boom, but Boom's out. I can't use it to sponge any more damage. Can we get the recover? And we get the para on the Pagos. That is massive. Absolutely massive right there. That is the turn that essentially got me back into the game. I now have a little bit more control over the board now, where I'm threatening my opponent a little bit more. Hard swaps the Pagos here. Interesting. And he throws a Draco into the Grim slot. Man, it was huge. This is too big. Even though I got parried there, that's huge. That's like so big right there. Because now, with -1, I can just throw Dynamax Cannon into that Miraidon slot with no pressure. No pressure. If this is not AV Miraidon, it should go down to a single Dynamax Cannon. They don't want their Miraidon to get knocked out, so they swap. I live at 32 HP because of the Reflect, baby! I lived at 2 HP, but I had 32 before the attack. So this didn't do too much damage. This Pretty bulky, has a lot of HP. So now what I'm thinking here is that I need to get a Cosmic Power-Up because when this Miraidon comes back onto the field, I'm no longer going to be able to deny electric terrain. So I need to at least be +1 with screens so that I'm always favoring in the damage trade. At that point, even if I get paired one turn, as long as I don't get paired on a second turn, I can knock it out still. So that's what I'm thinking here. I throw in the Raid because neither of these mons are really threatening Raid. I can launch a big Draco into a slot. You get a pair from the Pagos. Pair from the Pagos and the Talonflame. So massive turn there. I can just double into the I'm doubling into the Pagos slot because I want to clear this mon no matter what. I want to clear restricted right now. Which I should have spread my moves out. I might have potentially picked up a double KO here because they swap into the Miraidon spoilers. It's the last mon in the back, obviously. But I need to drop this Pagos. And this match let me know I need to EV train this Ray a little bit better after this is all said and done with my climb. Because I keep running into situations where I'm like 20 or 30 damage from actually picking up massive KO. So we KO the Pagos here, which is still big regardless. Clearing that mon from the board is huge, especially right to be paired. To remove one of his big damage pieces. That paralyzed Talonflame could not do anything to us. I'm not really scared of it here. My screens were off though, and this is why I was thinking of going +1 because I knew the screens timer was going to run out. I knew I had maybe 3 turns max left of it at the time. So I'm thinking like I need to go +1 so I can just trade with this thing, like. Because sometimes there comes a point in these double restricted matchups where you have to just trade damage and win the damage trade, like no matter what, right? So that's what I was preparing for here, and let's see if it works out. As I know they can't tear anymore. 32 HP, man. Maybe my number should have been 32 in high school. Barely living E-Drift on electric terrain from that Life Orb Miraidon, bro. Draco Meteor picks up the KO at -2. At around 75% HP, which is kind of crazy, man. You drop a Dynamax Cannon into the Talonflame, and that all but seals up the match, boys. That was a banger of a match. Like, I really thought I was going to lose to this dude for certain parts, but I never gave up. The swaggy finish here, we get to see Rayquaza hit the E-Speed to knock it out. Love that animation, man. That's my first battle of Season 35. Rayquaza gave it his all to make sure we won. So then for the next one, I'll be posting more content tonight because I'm trying to climb to #1 on the ladder, at least to Master Ball tonight. So, see you guys in the next video. By the way, if you got this far, if you watched this far, thank you. Have a good day.